Good morning, my dear students. This is the second video of chapter 10, class 5, social studies. So in the last video, we learned about air pollution. What is pollution and the two terms that is related to our pollution, and then the types of pollution. And the first one we learned that was air pollution, and the sources we learned, how it was happened or happening, and then what all the preventive methods we can take for this air pollution. So today we are going to learn about the second type of pollution, that is water pollution. So we all know that what is pollution. Pollution means some poisonous gases, substances enter into our air, water or land. Then it will become polluted, isn't it? And that is pollution. By adding these kind of harmful substances to our environment, then that process is known as pollution. So here is also the same thing will happen, isn't it? The harmful or poisonous substances will enter in our water bodies, then we can say that the water pollution will happen, isn't it? Harmful substances or poisonous things will enter in our water bodies, that means in our rivers and lakes, isn't it? Then we can say that water is polluted, isn't it? And what are the sources of this water pollution? It comes from sewage, that means wastewater, and waste material from industries, and then waste from farms, isn't it? These are the sources of, major sources of this water pollution. Okay, and here I am writing the sources of this water pollution. That is, first one we can say that sewage. That means sewage means wastewater. And second one we can say that waste from industries. Third one, waste from farms, isn't it? These are the major sources of water pollution. And what will be the impact of that? Okay, after this, these poisonous things enter in your water bodies, then what will happen? What will be the impact of that? Isn't it? Lot of plants and animals are there in our water bodies. We all know that, isn't it? These things will come in our water bodies, then it will harm the animals and plant life in our water bodies, isn't it? And also for humans also, we are drinking this water, isn't it? We are consuming this water also, and then what will happen? We will get dysentery, jaundice, and lot of skin diseases. We will get that kind of problems. That will be the impact of this water pollution, isn't it? And how we can prevent for this water pollution? How we can prevent? The industries must take care of these industrial waste. How? They have to detoxify these waste materials. Detoxify means they have to remove the toxic materials, that means chemicals, after or before discharging these waste materials into our water bodies. They have to detoxify, that means they have to remove the chemicals from these waste materials before discharging in your water bodies. And we can also, we should not bath in these water bodies, and we should not wash our clothes in these water bodies, so that we can also save our these rivers and lakes, isn't it? So here I have written what are the sources of water pollution, and next one, what will be the impact of this? That means it will harm the plants and animals bodies. Second one, we will get jaundice, dysentery, and other skin diseases. Isn't it? These are the impacts. And how we can prevent? How we can prevent? Okay, the preventive methods. The industries must take the detoxification process before discharging these waste into water bodies. Second one, we human beings can also do something to save this water bodies, isn't it? How? We should not bath and wash clothes in this water bodies. So these are the major things we have to understand about this water pollution. Okay, first one, what are the sources, and then what will be the impact of this water pollution and how we can prevent from these sources. Isn't it? Only this much about water pollution. And we can give one example. Isn't it? I can give one example for this water pollution, that is our river Yamuna. We all know that river Yamuna is or has been the main source of drinking water for Delhi people for long time. But now what is the situation? The river is in a very pathetic condition, isn't it? Due to pollution. Because every day, each and every day it is getting polluted. Day by day it is getting polluted, so that people cannot drink or any other things also, household things also, they cannot use that water from that river, isn't it? So that is the main example of this water pollution. And next type of pollution we are going to learn about noise pollution. So the third type of pollution is noise pollution, isn't it? When sound created above a comfort level for all the living things, isn't it? That is noise pollution. We can say that that is a noise pollution. So one comfort level is there, we can hear. Above that level, we can say that it is a noise pollution. The major source of this noise pollution, we all know that sound produced by vehicles. That is the main source of noise pollution. Okay, and the second thing is that sound produced by music system and TV, from construction work, machines, isn't it? These are the major source of noise pollution. Okay, and for humans also and animals also, it will create a lot of problem, isn't it? So noise pollution is also a big issue, big environmental issue. And what all the impacts? So sources we all know that, isn't it? Sound produced by vehicles and sound from construction work, machines. These all things are the main source of or cause of this noise pollution. And what will be the impact? What will happen after that? Isn't it? We will get loss of hearing. Loss of hearing will happen, and then sleep disturbances, that will also will happen, and then irritation. We will get irritated, isn't it? And we can say that it will destroy the life of the environment which we are living in, isn't it? That is the after effect of this noise pollution. So first we will write the sources of this noise pollution. First one, sound produced by vehicles. And then second one, sounds from machines, TV, music system, and construction work. These are the major source of or causes of noise pollution. So, impact. What will be the impact of this noise pollution? Loss of hearing, and then sleep, disturbances, and irritation. Isn't it? And we all know that during the time of festivals and celebrations, isn't it? How much noise we are producing. So it is not like that. So what all the preventive methods we can take for this noise pollution? We should reduce the noise that we are producing in these times, and we should not blow horns near schools and hospitals. Clear? So that kind of preventive methods we can take for this noise pollution. So the preventive methods that are, we should not horns near schools and hospitals. And the second one, okay, these are the preventive methods we can take for this noise pollution. Clear? The third type of pollution is noise pollution. The sources are sound produced by vehicles and sound coming from various machines, construction work, TV, music system, etc. etc. And then impact, loss of hearing, sleep disturbances and irritation. So how we can prevent for this noise pollution? That is, we should not blow horns near the hospitals and schools, and always we should reduce producing the noise. Okay, these are the preventive methods. Okay, so our third type of pollution, that is noise pollution, that is also over. And the last one, that means the fourth type of pollution is soil pollution. So the fourth type of pollution is soil pollution. These kind of various poisonous or other substances will enter into our soil. Okay, that means we are dumping lot of waste into the soil, plastics and glasses, these kind of waste we are putting into the soil, and then automatically our soil will be polluted, isn't it? And we all know that especially farmers, they are using, for growing crops, they are using a lot of pesticides. What are pesticides? Pesticides means for better growing that crops, we all know that for destroying insects, if insects and other organisms will come in that particular cultivation, isn't it? And then what will happen? We have to destroy that insects and other organisms, so they will use some pesticides. They will put pesticides on that crop, isn't it, for the better growing of that crop. So overuse of that pesticides also can cause this soil pollution, isn't it? And farmers are using fertilizers. That means we will put some fertilizer for better growing of that crop, isn't it? So that fertilizers, use of that chemical fertilizers. Natural things are there, but at the same time we are also using chemical fertilizers. The use of that chemical fertilizers also can cause this soil pollution, and we are dumping lot of waste into the soil, isn't it? From industries also, we know that, we can see that we are dumping lot of waste into this our soil. So that is the main source of this soil pollution. So here we will write the sources. The first one, dumping of industrial waste. That is the first source. And then overuse of pesticides and fertilizers, isn't it? These are the main source of soil pollution. And what will be the impact of that? What will be the impact of that? Those who are directly contact with the soil, that means farmers, isn't it? And then we all know that children are playing in the playgrounds, in our residence also, they are directly contact with this soil. So one dangerous pollutant is there in this soil, that is lead. Lead means it is a metal, it is a hard metal that is in the soils, top layer of our earth. So that is very dangerous, isn't it? That will affect the brain development of children. So that is that much dangerous. And for farmers also, we can say that it is affect the kidneys of the adults, isn't it? So that much dangerous it is. So that kind of impact will happen after this soil pollution. So the impact is lead will affect the brain development of children, and kidneys of the adults. So that is the main impact of this soil pollution. The overuse of these pesticides and the overuse of fertilizers and the dumping of industrial waste into the soil. So how we can prevent? Always we have to wash our hands, isn't it? And before eating food and after eating food also. And then if children are playing in the playground and before and after that they came to our house, and then they must wash their hands properly, isn't it? That is the preventive method we can take for this soil pollution. And for farmers also, they have to be very careful about this contact with this soil, and then they can prevent for this soil pollution. So these are the preventive methods. Here I will write the preventive methods, preventions. Always we have to wash our and the second one, try to use natural fertilizers. Instead of using chemical fertilizers, we can use natural fertilizers. That means like our cow dung and all, isn't it? We can use that kind of natural fertilizers. So these are the preventive methods we can take for this soil pollution. So these are the four important types of pollution. The first one we have learned, air pollution. Second one was water pollution, and third one noise pollution, and the fourth one is soil pollution. Okay, these are the various types of pollution, and then their sources, their impact and the preventive methods we can take for this pollution that already we learned. I hope you all understand this topic. Now I am giving only two homework. First one, how can noise pollution be prevented? Okay, that already I have written, okay, on the blackboard, so you can see that points also. Second question, how can you as a student help in reducing pollution? Okay, these are the two questions. First one, how can noise pollution be prevented? Second question, how can you as a student help in reducing pollution? You can write in your own words the answers for this question. Clear? So I hope you all understood this topic, that is about pollution and different kinds of pollution. So children, we will meet in the next video. Thank you.